You watched the O-line in particular, watched the film back. What sort of your, I guess, summation of it? What do you think?
Yeah, I think we just made too many mistakes. It's issues that we've had before this season, just somebody making a mistake on a play, and it takes all 5 of us. It takes all 11 of us on offense, So the biggest thing for us is just continuing to clean those things up. I mean, there's a lot of football left to be played, and we're going to keep showing up and going to work, and just got to keep trusting our coaches and trusting what we're doing, and we're just going to keep doing that.
Is the way you go about cleaning that up different in the middle of the season than it would be if you had a camp to work on things and things like that?
I think it's different now that some of these issues have been recurring for us. There's some different drills and different things we incorporated into practice today. You can't do the same things and expect a different outcome. So we're trying whatever we can to get this thing right. And I'm happy how our group responded today. I think we had a good practice, and I think the competition in this room is as high as it's ever been. And I'm excited about guys pushing me and pushing other guys. And like I said, we're just going to keep showing back up day by day and just keep getting better. That's all we can do.
Can you share an example of something that was different that maybe guys responded well to today?
I think the big thing is just us continuing to come together. I mean, it's easy now in the season when, especially as an O-line, we haven't been performing as we need to be. The team dividing, people coming after us for different things. I'm happy with the way the guys responded. I think from offensive side, obviously I was down there all day. I think we were just dialed in today, and we're on to Northwestern, So we're getting this game plan dialed in as best we can, and we're just going to keep showing up and keep working.
Now, a lot of defensive lines have twisted and stunted against you this year, and that happens across football, obviously. But what are the keys to handling that well? Like, if you're good at handling those sort of games up front, what are the offensive linemen?
Yeah, the keys are just, first of all, get your footwork, get your feet in the ground, get your pads back. Biggest thing is just getting your eyes right on a play. Something we've really been emphasizing, specifically, last week against Oklahoma when we knew the movement was going to be, a lot more than we had seen previous. It's just getting your hands on people, getting your hips underneath it and being able to see your work. I think that's the biggest thing. So that's something we've been emphasizing and something that we'll continue to emphasize. There's definitely a balance between, specifically in like our play action, things like that, trying to fire off, sell the run and things like that. But we got to be able to use our feet and use our hands effectively, and your eyes kind of lead all of that.
Hey Matt, how much of a focus on improvement that's needed do you see as position specific, whether it's tackles working on edge rushers, interior guys working on a push, versus all 5 of you being together working on the same thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, we're coming in here, we're working our techniques every day. Like I said, today we even incorporated some different drills, trying to stack these drills, trying to get the looks as close to the game as we can so that we're getting as prepared as possible. But a huge point you had there is like us 5 got to continue to come together, and whether that means getting in the film room, watching extra film and game prep, like I said, we got to do something different to have a different outcome. So we're pushing each other, we're finding new ways to get it done, but ultimately it's just about us preparing as best as we can, improving our processes to get prepared, and then showing up on Saturday and being ready to play. So that's a good question. Thank you.
Do you have an example of a drill that you guys did that helped make it look easier?
Yeah, I think something that we are really emphasizing and start stacking today is we just got to be able to move guys up front more than we have so far this year. So there was a lot of emphasis today on just being able to strike, hit movement, and be able to just move guys off their spot. Because ultimately that's what we got to do. We got to reestablish the line of scrimmage, and it takes all 5 of us. So we were really emphasizing that today, and I think it's something we're going to be continuing to emphasize all week since, Northwestern's a pretty stout front. So it's definitely something we're going to keep working on.
Have you noticed Coach Ross being more kind of involved with you guys during games and stuff?
Yeah, Coach Frost is, obviously he's the head coach, and he's got to address the issues and who's not performing on the team, and that's been us as an offensive line offensively. So Coach Frost's voice has been continuing to he's continuing to take a bigger role in coaching us as an O-line along with Coach Austin, and trying to emphasize some of the points that he wants to make. So that was apparent today in practice. Coach Frost was with us with the O-line, working to get us right. And so he's definitely taking a bigger voice with us and trying to get us to where we need to be.
What's Coach Austin been like? Because I mean, he played here. He wants bad too. I mean, what's his message to you? Have you seen him? You guys have worked trying to go through for solutions together.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Coach Austin is we are who we are, and we're not going to change our values as a O-line, as a university. We got to get back to the O-line leading this offense, plain and simple. And I think Coach Austin is a guy that shows up consistently with that sense of urgency and that message of what we got to do. And I think, as an O-line, we need to continue to rally around him, because I think he's a great coach. And I think his consistency of his consistent messaging to us, but also finding new ways to incorporate new drills we need to improve in areas that we need to improve. I think he does a good job of balancing that, and I think he's here to support us and get us to where we need to be. And I appreciate him just showing up to work just like we did today.